れません。信じられません。しかもこの信じられない事件が今我々の眼中において展開されているのであります。今やゴジラの飛び出した人間がそれで終わりそうから例えばゴジラは移動を開始しました。どうやら土山方面に向かう模様であります。我々の世界は一瞬のうちに200万年の世界に引き込まされたのでありましょうか。
Box day! Bam! That's what's up. All right, we got ourselves a box. Wow. Bad English. Hey, look, I only know 2 languages, English and bad English. If you know what movie that's from, leave it in the comments. Boom! All right, so we got a box here. This box, it's brown. It's a brown box. And it's made by the Brownville Browns box making company. Oh, I gotta sharpen this thing. But yeah, so this is actually a box at the time of this recording. Many collectors are getting. Ooh, careful. You know, thank goodness, I'm telling you, I'm not thinking about this stuff until I'm doing it. And I'm so glad they put a piece of cardboard in the center of it. So that way, when you're cutting the box open, you don't cut what's in there. Excuse me. All right, so you're going to know exactly what this is in about 2 seconds. Boom! It is the Dream 5 2024 Box Edition. Now, it's like the first of its kind, actually. So this is pretty damn cool. So yes, I had it right side up. Thankfully, it wasn't upside down. So this is the new Bandai Dream 5 box set. These figures, actually I should have just refreshed my brains. But these figures were part of a poll, you know, you vote which ones you want type of thing from the Godzilla store. And the winners of this, we got Gabara, Mecha Godzilla 74, Kamakiras, Anguirus, and King Ghidorah, Monster Zero, with an awesome box set. Now, before I get into this, because this is going to be my first time seeing it, which literally this is my first time seeing the box, and it looks really damn cool. Really digging the box. Hopefully I can get this scotch tape off without damaging the box. So let's do... Nope, we're going to stop right there. So I feel like we're going to damage the paint, and we're not going to do that. So the tape stays on. But back in Godzilla Day 2024, November 3rd, I was in Japan when all these were revealed, and that was the first time we all got to see, you know, what the figures look like. And they were not on display. I don't remember. I'm kind of short at wonderful stature of 5'4". Even in Japan, I was getting towered over by some people. So seeing the stage was a little difficult, but there was a screen in the background. But and you couldn't take pictures either. They had people there with don't take pictures. They didn't want you taking pictures. You know, Bandai and Toho were like, this is our stuff. You're gonna see it on our time and when we say so. But yeah, so this was revealed at Godzilla Day festivities. So real quick, all right. So the box, pretty much that's the meat of it, is the cover and the Dream 5. Actually, I really dig this logo here. That is pretty damn cool. Very, very nicely done. And so yeah, I pre-ordered mine from the Godzilla store. How much was this? I don't even remember off the top of my head right now. Maybe it was like 120, give or take, plus the shipping. The folks in Japan got theirs like 3 months ago, and it is now April 2025. And those of us in the United States from the US Godzilla store, we're getting ours. So it's our time to get fresh. All right, so the box is really cool. So let's get into this. Excuse me. What's happening here? There we go. Thank you very much. All right, so we got another piece of cardboard, which is good. And let's see. I'm going to put this one to the side so it goes back in the box. I want to get... Oh, wow. Actually, I should have taken pictures of this for the eventually inevitable review. But King Ghidorah is in here in like a packaging web. So it's kind of hard to see. Oh, excuse me. Kind of hard to see. So if you could see that, he's in like a kind of like a packaging web. So that's pretty cool. So that way, that whole figure is protected in there from not getting bashed around. There's a little bubble bag in there. So we're just going to cut this tape because I don't want to pull on the box and wrinkle it. Excuse me. And let's get him out of here. So I was a little iffy about this figure because of the things that I've already been seeing, the reviews and whatnot. And knowing that we're getting that other Ghidorah figure from with the blue and red wings. So I have that on pre-order with Big Bad Toy Store. I'm actually just gonna kind of just grab these out real quick. I don't want to look at them too hard until I have the box out of the way. Oh, they smell good though. Man, they do smell good. All right, is that everybody in there? Cool. All right, so let's spread them out. I'm just touching, not looking yet. So let's start with Ghidorah and see how this looks. All right, so like everybody's been saying, the heads are just crammed together. So definitely a little unappealing. I would have hoped. Why? Like, too bad they weren't on. The heads weren't on a flange, so you could turn them. Okay, that way we could get them out like that. And then the wings are swept back, not horribly, but these are just bent in. So I would have preferred a little bit like that, just a little bit. But maybe we're gonna do some hairdryer action and see what we can do here. All in all, I dig this a whole lot more than I thought I would. So this is my first Showa Ghidorah movie monster series figure. I definitely missed out on that one that came out a few years ago, because that one I really got to add that one to my hunt list. But this looks cool. I dig it. The legs are a little bent in too, but we'll do a hairdryer and see if we could just freshen them up a little bit. If anything, it's good that this will fit great on the display shelf, so we don't have to worry too much about that, about him taking up too much room. So it's good that all these have these warnings on there. So at the time of this recording, literally earlier, I was just looking on Collect All Monsters Facebook group, and there was a collector who posted theirs, and they were disappointed that there was no tags. So that is the thing with these box sets. They don't come with tags. The box is like its tag. If these get released, which I believe they will be released in the standard movie monster series lineup, they'll come with tags. But it's standard for the box sets not to come with tags. I want to say, I think the Gamera Memorial box set, those figures did come with tags, even though it was in a box. But not a big deal here, you know. So now I have Bandai figures with no tags, just like the 50th and well, I used to have the 40th, but that's okay. All right, Mechagodzilla 74. So this is the first Mechagodzilla 74 figure that we've had since the original 8-inch one, which also marks the first time Mechagodzilla 74 is in the movie monster series lineup, because the other iterations are of Mechagodzilla 2 from 1975's Terror of Mechagodzilla. I dig this. Detail is really, really nice. The paint job looks like he was just fresh out of the alien factory, so not a scuff on him. So it looks really, really clean. I dig it. Not bad at all. I really dig it. And definitely looks like the 74 version. All right, let's do Kamakiras next. So I'm excited about this because the only other Kamakiras figure we had was also from 1993. I believe that's when it came out, 93. And that one had just wonky legs, and it drooped a lot. And it was fragile. Like, you got to be careful with the legs. You could break them. So seeing this, I already want to get like 2 more of them, because this looks great. This actually is on par. Again, like what Bandai's doing is, like, you know, on Bandai level, X plus freshness, because this thing looks awesome. And we're not going to have any problem with his legs. Yeah, this is phenomenal. This is great. They did a great job on this. Articulation in his front 2 arms, pincers, and his head. That's about it. We're not going to force that. And the antennas are nice and thick, you know, so I would not worry too much about those getting damaged, but still, you're going to want to be careful. All right, let's get the bags out of the way And let's get... I'm going to save Gabara for last. So, let's get the new Anguirus out. So, this... Actually, what year is this? Is this a 68 Anguirus? I believe we would say that it is. And I was a little curious about this one. Yep, all right. So, this looks really good. I was a little worried about his mouth guard looking teeth because I feel like those are just like popping white. But maybe he just brushed his teeth, you know? So, it looks really good. So, his teeth look good for his new Movie Monster series release. But the photos don't do this guy justice. The paint job is very, very nice. The eyes got a lot of nice detail in there. I dig this. I feel like this is... Actually, I feel like this looks like the 72 version from Godzilla vs. Gigan. Yeah, that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like we're going with here. Looks really good. I'm going to have to compare him with the other 68 that I have from the original Movie Monster series release. All right, now, a figure that we have never, ever had from Bandai. Imagine if I threw him. Gabara. Never once saw the light in the 8-inch scale. And after all these years, it is 2025. We finally have a Bandai Gabara figure. Awesome. And again, pictures do not do these guys justice. This thing looks awesome. The paint job, you know, the way the light just bounces off all his dimply looking skin gives it a nice sense of depth. Everything, his stomach looks good. You know, it's simple paint job, not too crazy, but they really hit it home here. So finally, a Bandai Gabara. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Couple points of articulation, that's about it. Oh, yeah, these guys look great together. Honestly, zero complaints. This box exceeded my expectations, which, again, when it comes to this stuff, you know, try to appreciate it for what it is. But if anything, I really just wish the Ghidorah, I wish you could just reposition them a little bit. The wings, I could deal with. But all in all, beautiful sculpt. So now I can't wait to get that red, white, and blue one. All right, so that's it. That's my box day. Which is awesome because now I'll get to include these guys in on the Bandai Marathon, you know, as we go through that. Which means, technically, Ghidorah will be the first one up out of this group to get in on that fun. Boom! All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next Fresh Vinyl video. And remember, people, if you want to get a Fresh Vinyl shirt, check the link in the description for TeePublic to bring you there. Hit me up on the Instagram. Give me a follow. And if you like what you watch here, I guess you can hit that subscribe button. You know, just try and have fun. And most of all, remember, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl. Bam!